Hello everyone, today we're going to show you how to set up your Apollo Explorer 2.0, what's included in the box, what to look for, and how to really tune it for your preference. Alright, so the first step is to unfold your scooter. So like this. For the Explorer, you need to pull this down, bring it all the way, and here I'm just going to make sure the hook is aligned, like this. And I'm going to put my safety in like this. So you see the safety is in, the hook is under the latch, and then I close it, and it feels, a little bit hard, a little bit difficult to close, but that's perfect. You want some tension on this hook. This is what it should look like. When you receive it, all the cables should be attached, but the headset should be detached like this. You want to be sure, like with all our models, to not pinch those wires between the stem and the headset. So you need to do this motion with them. You're gonna flip them like this to create a little loop, basically, and you're gonna go shove them at the top like this, nothing drastic, just to remove some of the wire, and then you're gonna drop it in place, and the holes should align without having to press on it. If you need to press on it, it means you're pinching the wire, and it's gonna lead to other issues. So just make sure, right now everything is aligned, this touch this, no pressure on it, beautiful. The next step is pretty simple. You're gonna take the screws that are attached on the handlebar, we put them there to be sure they're not missed in the box, and you're gonna attach the headset to the stem. So I'm gonna take a cutter, cut this, and in the box there is a set of Allen key that is provided. I'm gonna use the 2.5 millimeter Allen key, which is noted on the plastic part of the holder, and I'm gonna put all my screws in without tightening them completely. And if you find yourself that you need to force a lot to put them, it means that you are probably stripping the screw, so it's not perfectly straight inside the hole. A little bit of restriction is also fine because you have pre-applied Loctite on them, so sometimes the Loctite is gonna grab on the thread as it should. So it's normal that you feel a little restriction, but not too much. So I'm putting all of them here. I want to put all of them in before tightening them to be sure that they are all perfectly aligned in the hole, because if I tighten one, it's gonna shift and the other holes are not gonna be aligned. So now I can tighten them. So same thing, I'm not gonna go all the way, I'll just tighten them more one by one. And this is really how you should tighten the headset on your scooter. So now we're gonna look at all the tags. So here I have the QC card. This one was QC'd by Jack. It looks like he did a good job with the serial number of the scooter, which is also located under the scooter and also inside the controller. So when you connect to the app, it's gonna be recognized automatically and be saved to your account there. So this is just as a peace of mind, this card, which are all hand-filled. So I'm gonna cut this. Maybe put it in a frame, the beginning of a long journey with my scooter. Then we have a tag that says, do not move the brake handle. Don't move it. If you move it, it's gonna cut the sensors that are located inside the brake handle for the regen and the brake light. So don't move them. I'm gonna cut this one. The other tag here says to always ride with both hands on the handlebar at all time, because the majority of incident that happens on electric scooter is when people ride and let go of one hand to maybe scratch their nose or do something else. So keep both hands at all time on it. We have another tag here, the styrofoam white mark. So this was more for the Apollo Go, but sometimes the styrofoam leaves some marks on the brake cables, which you can just wipe off if you want. But we included a little tag because, believe it or not, some people return the scooter because of this. Now we have the sticker on the headset, which says, important, your scooter is not defective. For safety, it is delivered with the speed limited. Download the Apollo app, available on both iOS and Android, to unlock the full speed and activate your warranty. And there's also a little mention for what can be installed under. The opening below is designed for quad lock phone mount, sold separately on the Apollo website. Why did we put that? It's the same thing as the mark. Those scooters are sold in Best Buy, big box retailer, and sometimes people unbox it, never connect it to the app, and they think that the scooter is broken because it only goes at 20 kilometers per hour. So we wanted to be extra sure that people understand that they need to download the app to be able to unlock the speed. The maximum speed on this scooter is going to be about 40 kilometers per hour, and out of the box it's going to be locked at around 20 kilometers per hour. So now I'm going to peel this tag. Now that I peeled the sticker, we can see the beautiful dot matrix display the same one that can be found on the Phantom 2.0, but this one doesn't have Apple Find My, but it has the latest technology for the anti-glare on it, which again looks beautiful and refined. Once this is done, before I power it on, I'm gonna make sure that the brakes feels fine, you know, feels tight here. It's not reaching the grip, or barely. If I completely press it, well, it's fine. The brakes are well tuned. I'm gonna try the bell, make sure that the bell is working properly. If you bought the quad lock piece, which I highly recommend to do to unlock the full potential of this scooter and be able to lock your phone there, the best display you'll ever get on any electric scooter, this is how you do it. So if you want to install it, it's probably the easiest accessory ever made for any scooters. You just remove this screw here and you put the screw inside the quad lock. When you're gonna get it, it looks like this. And just make sure that the quad and the lock are facing down, I guess, like they're properly like centered like this. No, and I'm gonna press, okay, it locks on the little groove located under that we just saw. And I'm gonna tighten this, and that's it. This is how you install the quad lock phone mount on it. This is gonna allow you to put your phone and lock it in place. So now that the scooter is fully assembled, we're gonna look at what resources are available inside the box with all those QR codes. The first QR code is a video of the setup guide, which is the video you are currently watching. The second QR code is the mobile application link to download it on iOS. And the third one is the same thing, but for Android. The fourth one is about Apollo support. So if you see there's something weird with your scooter, or you have any questions, you know, about range, pressure tire, or anything, you can directly reach out to us with this QR code. The fifth one is about the Facebook community. So here you can scan this QR code and join a community of 23,000 people at the moment of this recording. The sixth one is the Apollo TikTok, because why not? The seventh one is all of this, but in Spanish. And lastly, we always recommend to keep the box, because if you need to ship it to us because you have a flat tire or you want to sell it and send it to someone else, well, having the box with the dedicated packaging doesn't take that much space, and it's gonna go a long way. So there's 4 things included inside the box. There's obviously your scooter. There's a set of Allen keys. There is a charger, which are now tagged with the model. And not only that, we put a unique color with the model on the tip here. So if you have multiple scooters, you're never gonna mix them because it's color coded and it's noted on the box. And lastly, it is a manual. This is your guide, your Bible. If you have any issue and if you want to maintain your scooter properly, you know, how to properly connect it, how to tune your brake, how to lube the suspension, how to adjust the folding mechanism, how to adjust the brake at the handle level. Here it's a maintenance table for 5 km, 50 km, 100 km, 300 km, 500 km, and 1,000 km. So if you follow this table, your scooter is gonna last for thousands of kilometers. And we have the same thing in the manual in English, in French, and in Spanish in one book like this, which is also available on our website. So now I'm gonna turn it on and make sure that everything works perfectly. You see this beautiful new display with our anti-glare technology. And now I'm just gonna test that the turning signals are working fine. So I'm gonna press on the left side. Yes, beautiful. I'm gonna press on the right one. That's wonderful. The M button, if I press it once, the headlight should turn on. As you can see, it's working well. Look at this. During daytime, we can see it in the office. If I press it twice, all the lights should come on. So we have the stem light, we have the 2 underbody lights, and we have the rear fender light. Then I'm gonna press on the regen throttle, confirm that the rear brake light is flashing. I'm gonna press on the brake handle, confirm that the rear brake light is flashing. And then I'm gonna go on the right side and test the power button. If I press once, this is gonna switch gear. 1, 2, 3. And if I press again, it goes back to 1. If you wanna put it in Ludo mode, you need to click 3 times on the power button. This is gonna put it in Ludo mode, and this is gonna unlock it fully. For the electric system, that's pretty much it. It's very simple on this scooter, and we like that. So now I'm gonna connect the scooter to the mobile application. To do so, it's very easy. I'm gonna go to the bottom right, click on the gear icon, click on My Scooter, and click Add a New Scooter. I'm gonna click on Search. The Apollo Explorer is gonna appear. I'm gonna click on it. If it asks to enter the PIN code, simply put 88888 6 times. Or it's gonna ask you to create a new one. So now for the name, I'm gonna name this one the Explore 2.0. I'm gonna hit save. So it's gonna ask me to create a PIN code. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gonna ask me to do it again to confirm it. I'm gonna do it. Now I need to select between the metric system or the imperial system, and it recognizes I'm in Canada, so it proposed metric. I'm gonna click save, and now I need to adjust the acceleration and the regen, which are both obviously set to max. I'm gonna click save, and lastly, this is the top speed limit. This is in your advanced setting, meaning when you're in Ludo mode, this is gonna be your top speed. For the Explore 2.0, the maximum is 40 kilometers per hour. So I'm gonna hit save. And now it's gonna be the step that I just explained before about how to switch gear by pressing once on the power button. It's gonna ask me to check the tire pressure, which is a good reminder because we forgot to do it when we unboxed that unit. So we're gonna check the tire pressure after. And that's it, just like that. My scooter is fully connected to the mobile application, and you can see at the top it says connected. Boom, I have the dashboard, and as soon as the scooter is gonna roll, you're gonna see the speed going up and down. And from this dashboard, I can record my ride, which is gonna earn me amps, which I can exchange later on the website for a gift card and discount. And it's also putting me in the leaderboard. So there's a competition between all our riders, in Canada and the US between models. So if you want to climb up the ladder of this leaderboard, you need to record your rides. For the tire pressure, well, it's pretty easy. If you have strong fingers like me, you can just press on it and it's hard. But if you're not sure, you can't press hard enough, I recommend looking with a dedicated pump. It's at 53. So that's excellent. If you don't want to remember that it's 55 PSI, you can always look on all our scooters, all the tires, it's written on the side right here. It says 55 PSI. And it's the same thing at the back. And the back has the motor, so it gets more heat, bigger bumps, it's heavier in there. So you really want to make sure before every ride to at least press on it and make sure that it's fine. And I can see it's 53 as well, which is perfect. Something that I also really like about the Explore 2.0 is the standard mounting handlebar size, which is 22 millimeter, the most commonly used size in the industry. And we wanted to make sure that you have enough room to mount your accessories. So as I stated before, now you have the quad lock phone holder that you can buy on our website, but you also have this handlebar here. And if you look at it, you might see it's on a curve, so it's not ideal to mount an accessory. And you're right, this is why we made those throttle covers removable. So you can take an Allen key, go under here and remove the screws, and you're gonna gain a lot more room on your handlebar to mount accessories. So let's check it out. So you can see if I remove it, wow, look at all this room. And you can see you can do the same on the other side, but you have the wire of the throttle, so you need to be careful. But just look at how much room is gained if we compare both sides. And we pass from this to this, and just this, you can mount here a headlight, here you can mount a horn if you want, and you still have all this room that you can still use with most of the accessories. So there you have it. This is how you set up your brand new Explore 2.0. As you can see, it's probably one of the easiest setup of any of our scooters so far, and it's only gonna get better from here. If you have any questions, let us know down in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.